What up, y'all? What's going on? I'm your host, Jared from the Lagniappe podcast. Give me what you need and news and interviews. Today on the show, we have someone I've been knowing. I didn't realize it's been that long, probably going on over 20 years. Um, Coming to the show. Her name is Sarah Cheffen. Kevin. I think I butchered that last name. How you pronounce it? How you pronounce your last name again? I knew it before she got married. Forgive me. So she's the CEO of Lux Essentials Hair Care. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm
Thank
excited.
you. Thank you. Thank you for being on the show. So
Mhm.
give people a little background about yourself.
Well, let's see. I was born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana, East New Orleans. I I went to Ray Abrams Elementary School off Dwyer, I'm sorry. And then I went to Livingston Middle School, and then I ended up going uptown to Rob Wynn High School. And then after that, I graduated from Rob Wynn. Then I decided to pursue a college career in psychology at the University of New Orleans. And then I decided to finish my bachelor's degree there. No, well, not at UNO because then Hurricane Katrina hit. After Hurricane Katrina happened, then I decided to go to Texas and finish my bachelor's degree in psychology in at Tarleton State University in Stephenville, Texas. And I also pursued a minor in human sciences. After that, I decided to pursue a master's degree at Loyola University to receive my master's of science in counseling. And now I'm a licensed professional counselor, and I'm more of an administrative role in my clinical career. Um, and I'm married, and I have 3 children, and this is where I am now, and I have Lux Essential Hair Care.
Right, you always busy with a handful when it comes to your kids.
Yes.
So what made you want to get into the hair industry?
A lot of people don't know when I was 14 years old, I've always been intrigued by hair and hair care. When I was 14, I was a shampoo assistant for my own hairstylist. And she used to let me shampoo her customers, help clean up her shop. And I just used to watch her and watch everything she would do. And I enjoyed it. I just enjoy, what it takes to take care of hair, the formation of hair, the biology of hair, and I just enjoy learning about it. Now, also my daughter, one of my twins, she had developed an iron deficiency, and with her iron deficiency, she ended up developing a condition called pica, and unfortunately, she was 1 years old at the time. So unfortunately, with that situation going on with her, she ended up, pulling her own hair out, and she ended up eating her hair, and so she was, of course, completely bald in the front. Her hairline stopped here, and I ended up, I already was intrigued by hair, so of course I have to grow my baby's hair back. Of course, I don't want her walking around like that, so I had to research and figure out how can I get this to grow back quicker than the usual shampoo, wash, hair grease, whatever. So and don't get me wrong, hair grease is great, but I think I had to go beyond, right? So that's when I started doing different mixtures. I started dipping in essential oils, doing some research, and then that's when her hair started growing back, when I started using these oils I would create. And so my husband was like, well, why don't you do something with this? And I was like, no, I think I just prefer to just do my girl's hair and, use, the products on my hair. And and so happened he come home with some jars or bottles out of the blue. He was like, okay, so now what you're gonna do? And so that's when, Lux Essential came about.
Wow, so you created that just from an issue you're having with your daughter's hair. That's amazing. That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's, black girl power, huh? Creativity.
I know, right? Yeah, man, that was heartbreaking to see my daughter in that situation, for your child to witness your child with a condition where she's eating her own hair. That's not good. So
exactly.
yeah, but she's good now. We got her iron levels back. She's on her supplements, and of course, she's, her hair has grown back fully, of course, so she's good now.
All right. So you did that. So you created it to help your daughter out. So what made you want to start the whole company or brand? Because most people, especially you already have a 9 to 5. What made you want to branch out and start your own company?
Well, um, with not only being persuaded by seeing the progress my daughter has established, but and with my husband being my motivator. um this is not my first time doing a big chop and going and becoming natural. This is my second time becoming natural. So even in the beginning, and also even when I was relaxed, I realized that a lot of women who decide to go natural struggle or have some type of hardship with maintaining their natural hair and maintaining the care of it when it comes to hair care products and personal maintenance and hair care regimen. And so knowing that, and knowing that I already loved hair, and I know I wanted to be a problem solver when it comes to natural hair, I said, you know what? Let me formulate further. Let me start formulating other products and something that's really going to ignite hair growth and be a problem solver for our natural queens out there. Having natural hair is a beautiful thing. It is, but it's a task. And having the right products that are going to maintain your hair growth, and not only the hair growth, but treat your scalp, and consistent and has long lasting results when you use the product, is very important to me. So that's why I went ahead and branch off further, because I want to be a problem solver. I want to help women who do have natural hair, and a lot of women with natural hair, they have a hard time with moisture retention, breakage, because I don't think it's that they don't want to care for their hair. I think it's a lack of knowledge on what product fits your hair, your particular hair. So
Okay. All right. So you have some products right here that you want to show the people? Don't you have some product right in front of you?
what you say? You broke
Don't you
up.
have some products right in front of you?
Yes, I have
Yes.
Lux Essential Hair Mask that I am hoping to revamp one day at some point soon. I have our Lux Essential Hair Growth and Scalp Treatment Oil. And I also have our Lux Essential Honey Hair Mask Booster. I absolutely love this. Let's see this on the screen. I absolutely love the booster hair mask. It is phenomenal. But all three products are great for your hair. All three of them helps with excessive shedding, breakage prevention, scalp stimulation. You cannot grow healthy hair without a healthy scalp. So, I developed my hair growth oil, and this hair growth oil has also been consulted with a chemist as well. So I have a chemist on board with me that I consult with when I started developing these things, because I need somebody who also specializes in certain areas where I need further assistance. I'm dealing with people's skin here. So that's what made me also consult with a chemist while formulating my products.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. So
Mhm.
so how does that work? Like when you doing products at home and then you have to outsource, I guess, to get them manufactured with a chemist. How does that work?
But I manufacture them on my own at this time.
Okay, okay,
Handcraft all of my products on my own. But with the chemist, I, schedule an appointment with her, and then, before once I formulated my hair oil, and then yeah, once I formulated my hair oil, that's when I scheduled with her, and she reviewed and went through all of the ingredients, and we talked about the pH balance, and we talked about allergies, like what's the word I'm looking for? Allergenics. Say it for me.
okay.
A-
Allergenics.
yes. Yes. We went into the allergy perspective of the formulation to make sure we are safe in that ballpark. You know what I mean? But I also have a disclaimer on my website, to do patch tests first, because with essential oil blends and blending with other carrier oils and other essential oils, you have to be careful with that, and make sure that it fits your skin. With my honey hair mask, these are developed with carrier oils and other essential oils as well. And so they're not this has more ingredients in it than these two, you know what I mean? So but still, with essential oil blends in here and then only the honey and carrier oils in here, still you have to be aware, right, of what fits your scalp.
Okay. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So walk me through um like coming up with the name of your organization, because branding is everything. So walk
Um,
me through. You came up with this oil for your daughter. You know you want to make these products for people to help them out as well. So tell me
mhm.
about how you created the name and brand for it.
So I love that question. And I love that question because I wanted my brand to represent a natural standpoint when it comes to healthcare, when it comes to physical health and taking care of your hair and things in that nature. For example, if you look at my logo, you see that I wanted my logo to incorporate lemons. And the reason being I wanted my logo to incorporate lemons is because lemon is so essential to your diet. I recommend anybody to drink a warm glass of lemon water daily. I have cut up lemons in a jug right now, and I let it saturate in bottled water, and I drink that throughout the day. Lemons help with your digestive tract, your pancreas organ. It helps with your liver. It helps with your skin, and it also is just a great ingredient to have in your everyday food regimen. So I definitely wanted lemons in there. Also, I wanted, the greenery, the leaves, because of course that represents growth. And, I wanted that in there, and I wanted to incorporate a reef. I love reefs, and, I wanted it to be, circular, of course. And then I wanted to have the honeybee in there because, honey is a great ingredient for the hair. It's an awesome humectant for the hair and emollient for the hair. Honey is a old school regimen for hair care, so that's why we have the honeybee in the middle. And one of my good friends, Shantae, when I, explained to her the blueprint of my logo, that's when she formulated my logo that's behind me.
All right, that's what's up.
Mhm.
I never realized lemon was that important to your digestive tract. I just learned that. I never realized that. That's good to know.
Oh,
All right.
yes, indeed. Also, one more thing lemon does, I have a history of kidney stones. So what the
Okay.
lemon does in your water, in your water, it helps to crush those stones in your kidneys, kind of break them down also. So it also helps with that as well. Lemons
Okay.
are, yes.
Okay. That's what's up. All
Lemons are
right.
good for the hair too.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's talk about you created the company, you got products, you got the service. So tell me how you are advertising and marketing. 'Cause that's usually one of the huge problems most small business who's starting to get off the ground, branding and marketing. So tell me your creative ways of you doing so.
Well, when I first started out, it was just me doing my marketing, and it was very hard. I decided to get on the TikTok platform. Then I decided to get on the Instagram platform, and I've been on Instagram, and I had my personal page on it, and I hardly was on my personal page because I really didn't dabble too much with Instagram. So I had to um create a business page with Instagram for Lux Essential, and then I had to create a Facebook page for Lux Essential. So I was creating ads on Facebook, and I was just running posts and reels on Instagram, and excuse me, and creating posts and everything like that. So excuse me, and then also with word of mouth with people that I know, my good friends, they also helped me out with that. I have a cousin who owns businesses in Atlanta. She gave me some pointers as far as marketing because she markets her own businesses. One of my really good friends, Shantae, she helped me out with the development of it all, right? So after things started getting in place and the blueprint started developing, that's when I had to find a marketing person and a business mentor to help me funnel and really mold it and organize it into where it is now. And we still have a long way to go. We're only developed since July 2021, so we're new, but at the end of the day, I had to hire someone that is in the industry with marketing and organizing businesses to really help me to just kind of mold it to where we want it to be. So she helps me with content. She helps me with videos and how to and what audience to attract and how to attract them. And so it's a very slow process, but it's worth it.
Okay. Can you tell people how important? Because I got several questions. This is all the statements you just made. Can you tell people how important it is to invest in like having a business coach or taking a business
Oh,
coach? Can you tell how important that is?
yeah. If yes, it is very, very important to have a business coach or a business mentor because they understand marketing and they understand what it takes to have your face out there. Me, I'm not really big on, I mean, I go live, of course, but that's like for recreational stuff. But when it comes to like marketing and business stuff, I kind of freeze up at times when it comes to that because it's like I've never been in a situation where I had to convince others to like, to buy something from me. You know what I mean? So, um, well, I'll take that back. When I was developing my private practice as a clinician, of course I had to market. But that didn't manifest long because other things happened and I had to kind of walk away from my private practice, right? I ended up getting pregnant with my girls and all of that kind of stuff, so I really didn't dive into marketing then. So but I don't think it would have been that difficult for me because clinical therapy is what I do, right? That's my primary career. But now I've embarked in a industry where it's competition and it's saturated and there's women out there that's going hard behind a product. There's women out there that they've been out here for decades pushing a product, having hair salons, cosmetologists, like it's competition out there. So it is important to have somebody that understands, that knows it, and that can kind of talk you off the ledge and kind of be that mentor and help you understand, look, I understand you're new. Yes, this is a saturated business, but you can do it too. You have products that work. You need somebody that understands the marketing and that knows how to communicate and have that word language for you to keep you motivated. That,
Okay. All right. That's what's up. That's what's up.
mm-hmm.
Um, can you talk about because a lot of people struggle with this, even including myself. When it comes out, because you listed a lot of people, a business coach, marketing, couple friends helping you out, associates. Can you stress about the importance of tasking out tasks for your businesses? Because a lot of people,
Oh,
if they're starting on their own, they like to do everything themselves. But if you keep doing things yourselves, eventually you're gonna burn yourself out. So
oh,
you talk about how you came to the conclusion like, oh, I need to get somebody to do this. I know she does this. Let me ask
yeah.
for expertise to help in this. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. So before I started really putting Lux Essential into gear, I would subscribe and listen to other women who are already in the hair care industry and have hair care products. So one of the things that I listened to and was said when I first started, when I was, helping it to develop, creating a blueprint in my mind, she was like, you have to have a team, and you have to have a team of individuals who are willing to help you and organize things for you. You have to have a team. Even when I heard her say that and I started developing it in the beginning, my friend, she offered help. She said, let me help you get it off, get it up, get it up. Let me help you get it out there. And I was like, no, I don't want your help, because I didn't want to be a burden on somebody else. My friend Shantae, she has her own businesses, that things that she does and her family. And so I was like, no, no, no. But as I continued to get deeper and deeper in it, that's when I was like, okay, Shantae, yes, help me. help me start developing this. And the reason why I went back to her is because, yeah, she may have her businesses, but she also has a history of being a regional director for a university. Like, she has that operational
Management.
pattern on developing a business. And so that's why I was like, okay, yes, I need help. Because, when you develop a business, you have to understand operations. You have to understand policies, and you have to understand the IRS laws, and business planning, and things in that nature. You have to. And that's not something that you do on a daily, yeah, you're gonna need some help with that. So yeah, that's how
Okay.
I had to develop a team.
Okay. Most definitely. Most definitely. All right. So now you got your team up operating. You got your business plan. Let's talk about how are you. How can I say this? Let's talk about what are the future plans for your company.
Well,
Like, what do you see? What do you see the future of Lux?
well, for Lux Essential, I see first. The first I want to say, I see Lux Essential being known as a philanthropist type organization, not only with hair care and being a problem solver for women who struggle with caring for their hair, but I want Lux Essential to give back to the community, to do fundraisers and campaigns and things like that for um individuals in the community that are having a hard time. A lot of people are having a hard time, and I want to be able to give back, not only to help someone hair to grow and to be, and their scalp to be healthy and things like that, but to maybe help a mother who is unable to pay for her children uniforms. I'm able to help a single father who is struggling with transportation, with getting his child to school. Maybe I can set up transportation and pay for it for a couple of, Lux Essential can pay for that and things like that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of homeless people that are in the New Orleans community, and even in any other communities. I want to give back and set up care packages and things for those individuals. I would like to give back, and not only in the New Orleans, Louisiana area, but across the country. Like, just however I can be a philanthropist, Lux Essential can have that under the belt. That would be awesome for me.
All right, that's a great answer. All
Mm.
right, so we are in the middle of a cope. Well, I won't say it. I think me personally, I think toward the end of the pandemic because of COVID. How has COVID, or even if it has, impacted your business so far?
Um, I don't think COVID has really impacted my business too much. I know I have to, of course, be careful of the things that I do in a community, because again, I handcraft my products. You know what I mean? So I can't be careless in the community. I have to, of course, even then still, if I'm not in the community, I still have to wear a glove, mask up when I'm developing and handcrafting my products, because at the end of the day, we still have a pandemic. And then even if we didn't, I would still have to do that to make sure my consumers have fresh, clean products going into their possession. Um, but it hasn't impacted it. I just know that I take the proper precautions when I'm in the community to make sure when I'm handcrafting, I'm not sick, and I'm not bringing things back to where I develop my product, and causing things to manifest in my consumers' products. So that's how it hasn't affected me, but that's the precautions that I take due to what we're dealing with in the community right now.
Okay, all right. So, what type of since we're in a technology age, everything is automated. You need technology. It's just a must in most businesses. What technology or apps, programs, or services are you utilizing to help you with your business?
Shopify. I use
Okay.
Shopify is what I use for my website platform. And like I said, my Instagram engine, Facebook and TikTok. of course, I use my laptop, my cell phone. Now, my business mentor and her business is Hill of Entrepreneurs, Miss Elizabeth. She's amazing, Miss Elizabeth Mindy, Hills of Entrepreneurs. She's on Instagram. You can follow her. But with what she
Free
does,
shout outs, huh? Free shouts out. I say free shout outs, huh? That's what's up.
free shout out. Yeah, she's phenomenal. But you know, the way her technology mind goes and how she develops the content, she uses her codes and everything to kind of code that stuff in Instagram and Shopify, and that's her zone. But for me, I use Shopify and, you know, Instagram and Facebook and TikTok for my technology purposes. Yeah, for me.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. So you've been doing this your hair product line for a while. So what advice would you give to someone who wants to start maybe the same or similar service? What would be the do's and don'ts of starting a hairline?
Um,
Also, hair products, excuse me.
I think education is key. Research, reading, getting connected with a chemist, finding a chemist that is knowledgeable and you can trust, reading, buying books on your own, researching, understanding what product, what ingredient or formulation is best for this scalp, or for this hair type or this scalp condition and things like that. Research, developing a plan, having a budget, um let's see, a specific audience and a specific problem that you want to solve when you want to develop this hair care brand. Of course, everybody, you know, all hair care brands, mostly from what I see, has the same goal: hair growth, scalp health, and moisture retention, breakage prevention. We all, you know, it seems like we all in this industry have that goal, right? But then you can have that goal, but then how are your products or maintaining that and showing results? So with that being said, you have to do your research on how my product can solve this problem, you know, can fix this for this woman who has this thinning area she's been experienced for the last 3 years and been using every product you can think of, and now she's reaching out to you. Can your product prevent, you know, give her the results she needs? And researching what hair care ingredient, what essential oil, what carrier oil, what can ignite that hair growth, what can increase the natural oils, that sebum gland, what can help that gland to increase those natural oils, increase that blood flow. Those things are important. So researching and educating yourself, maybe going back to school for certification. I would love to go back to school for cosmetology. That is one goal of mine. But because I have a primary career and I'm developing another business, things are not in my favor. But that's why I can say I have a chemist and I read and I research. I have one of my books here.
Okay. The signs of the black hair. I see that.
Yeah. Reading, and it's late night. Sometimes I'm up 2, 3 in the morning, and I'm reading and I'm researching, I'm reading, and then I got to get right back up at 4:30 and complete work for my 9 to 5. Then get my 3 kids ready for school. It's around the clock. I think I probably only get probably 2 to 3 hours of sleep or so, maybe. But what I'm gonna do?
I was just about to ask you about work-life balance, but you just answered that question.
Yeah,
I understand. So when a lot of people want to start their own business or start some type of entrepreneurship efforts, but they don't realize how much time it takes and stuff like that. I
yeah.
think me and you was on Facebook Messenger last night at 1:30
Oh,
talking about
Derek, we be on, but since we was talking about the podcast, that's the times me and you communicate. You know,
right.
we up, you know, and you know we might be sleepy, but I'm still up, you know.
Exactly. Like when you trying to start something from ground up from scratch, it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of time, and like me and you, we both have family, we have multiple kids, we married, our spouses have careers, our kids got activities, so it's a lot of stuff we try to balance, and then we got so much responsibility, and then we trying to do our own thing. With man, you are not lying. Staying up late, looking at videos, editing, doing photo. Oh man, I I understand completely. I
Yeah.
think we've had the conversation when I told you. I think we were setting up an interview. I think it was like me a couple weeks ago, and I told you like, yo, this is what I do to calm myself down, because sometimes entrepreneurs, we push ourselves so much that we could reach a breaking and burning out point. And
Yeah.
I it happened at least a couple of times. So what I do now, I make sure I work out. I make sure I play the game. I go play some games with my son and my daughter. Make sure I take them to the activities. Make coach this, but we
Yeah.
have to have some downtime, like to get
Yeah.
away. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes. Yeah, I was gonna touch on that self-care. Cause yeah, even though
yes,
I'm telling you guys, yeah, I'm up, and I get about 3 hours of sleep or 4 if I'm lucky. I'm up and I'm rolling, but I do know how to say, okay, stop. I gotta call it in. I gotta tap out for a second. And I know how to kind of just woosah. I gotta take care of myself. I have to take care of myself. I have to have self-care moments. Being that, I have meditation times where I have my bubble baths and I read my books, my motivational books when it comes to prayers for women. I pray. I sit down and I funnel things. I think about, did I do this correctly, or how could I have done this differently if I didn't do it correctly? I thank God for that mistake anyway, and then I reprocess it, processing, thinking, meditating, that alone time, being by yourself, spending time with your family. And sometimes you might have moments where you just got to completely block out your business and block out your 9 to 5 and just focus on your kids and your family and your husband or wife, because you have to focus on them. You have to be able to funnel your thought process, because if not, you're going to experience burnout. You're going to have a breakdown. You're not going to be able to maintain and organize. And when you can't maintain and organize and you all are messed up, then everything is going to fall apart. So self-care and meditation and prayer, and not forcing prayer on anybody. I mean, hey, you do you. It's whatever you believe in, you do you. But I'm just saying what works for me. Prayer and meditation and downtime and alone time, and then having moments where my job and Lux Essential is nowhere in the agenda is what helps me. You got to take care of yourself. You got to, especially women, we are like the spearheads. We carry a lot of tasks, and I think society becomes oblivious, to women, to how we maintain so much. And I'm not saying men don't. Men, of course, they're the kings. They are the king of the household, right?
right,
They're who they are. Men, I'm not downing men or nothing like that. But at the end of the day, women, we deal with a lot, and we mainly deal with the kids. We mainly deal with the organization of the home. You see what I'm saying? Men, you guys deal with it too, but the women, we have to hold it and organize it.
right. Yeah, I
So
usually do the organizing and stuff like that.
yeah,
We men, we typically worry about the big things. Y'all worry about the details and the
yes,
organization and stuff. So that's what we worry about. What, man? I'm worried about shelter, feeding y'all, clothing
yeah,
y'all, and money.
right,
you know, you can worry about, my wife can worry about the details and stuff like that. I'm just worried about the major stuff.
correct. Hmm.
All right. So so let's talk about some organizations that you're a part of that help out the community. You want to talk about that?
So I am a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Now, am I fully active at this time? No. And I'm not fully active because I have my 3 kids, and I have, my business, and I have, my other primary career. So I have a lot of things going on. And I know me, when I put my all into something, I want to give it my 100%. You know what I mean? So, I mean, some sorors, if they tend to watch this, they might say, oh, you might be making excuses. If, I'm not going to knock anyone who feels that way. Hey, you know, do you, if that's how you feel, awesome. But I know what's best for me at this time. And I love my sorority. I don't think I would have wanted to join no other sorority. Zeta Phi Beta is phenomenal, and all the sororities are phenomenal. Trust and believe, we're all collegiate Black women that are successful. However, Zeta Phi Beta is my heart, you know, and I love my sisters so much. So, and you know, we do a lot in the community. We give a lot, especially to the youth. You know, we have our auxiliary program for girls who have a desire to become, you know, a finer woman. So, you know, right now with that, I'm not heavily, you know, participating. However, you know, I know that in the future I want to get back heavy with my sorority and put back with them as soon as possible, when I can. However, in other ways that I do give back to the community, more or less, not so much a part of an organization, but for myself, I you know, I support a lot of small Black owned businesses, even big Black owned businesses. I support, I share, I buy goods, you know. So that's my personal thing that I do. When I find out there's a new Black owned business, I share, I support, I research what it's about, and I buy goods and I purchase, and I'm returning the purchase, and I let people know about this Black owned business. I'm always supporting Black owned businesses 100%. Also, I consistently give back to the Harvest Food Bank all the time. I have an amount that I contribute to them often, because I know it feeds families, and I don't know how many I feed a day. I just help out. I don't care how much I feed a day, as long as I know that I'm providing some family with some type of meal, you know. So that's my disclaimer as far as the community. Oh, I am also a part of the board of directors. I'm the president for a new up and coming mental health agency that's coming. I think it's
Okay.
yeah. So it's let's see, beyond behavioral health services. So
Okay.
Ms. Leslie is the CEO of that, and she'll be coming out with that soon. So that's another way that I'm giving back to the community. I you know, she asked me to be a part of her board, and I said sure. So, you know, I want to help her out with making sure that her organization is developed, and she is developed and organized where she wants it to be, and you know, she's driving in the community when she's ready to go full throttle. So she has faith in me, and I wanted to volunteer, and so I said sure, I'll be your president for your board. Let's go, Miss Leslie. What we gonna do? So
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. A
mhm.
lot of people don't even though we do all these things, family, working, starting our own businesses, we still got to give back to our communities as well
Yes,
as our Black owned businesses. That's why I created this platform, so we can get more people to be aware of the businesses, organizations all around the area that we all can support. That's what's up.
yes.
Congratulations on being a board member as well.
Thank you.
Um, I got a few more questions for you. So, can you tell me about the moment? Wait, before that, can you tell me what was your what has been, or if you even have any, what has been the biggest mistake you've made in your business, and if you have one, how did you bounce back from it, or what
Um,
did you learn from it?
I think the let's see, I think the biggest mistake I made with my business is, I think um let's see, I'm trying to think what was it. I think putting finances out there toward marketing and not understanding the investment part of it, of getting a return and receiving a return.
Okay, you talking about like social media marketing or just
Like running ads and not being knowledgeable about running ads on Facebook and Instagram, and losing out on a lot of money, and you doing
okay?
this in it, because running ads is very strategic. That is
Mm,
so strategic, and I didn't realize how strategic it was until I started running ads and spending money, and running ads and spending money, and not getting nothing in return, until when I started working with my business mentor. She's like, please discontinue doing that for now. Discontinue it. Just stop.
okay.
You know, she's like, you can't You cannot keep dishing out this money like this. You have to be able to invest and then get a return. So just stop that, So I think that's the biggest issue, not being aware of marketing and the strategy of marketing and finances. If you don't have a marketing budget set prior to starting your brand, it's going to be kind of a struggle. It is. It's going to be difficult. And I'm just
Right.
being.
Right. You dropping gems on here. Lord. I'm had me taking notes. That was good. That was good right there.
Yeah.
So that was your biggest mistake. That's what a lot of young entrepreneurs and small owners do. Most people, because people always say, "Hey, if you want advertising, just post things on social media." But they don't realize that you got to get people to click on it. They got to
Yeah.
get people to sign up. They got to get people to buy your products. It's a whole different process.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a mind.
All
So
right. All right. So what was that moment when you felt like, this is I guess your most successful moment when you know that I can do this, I can post this business, I can do this full time if I wanted to. What was that moment for you?
um that moment for me was when I started putting my product, my hair care oil, and my hair oil and my hair mask out there for my testers. And when they started testing my product, and I was getting the feedback, the hair growth and the hair growth feedback, the strengthening feedback of their hair, and the improvement of their hair maintenance. When I started getting feedback that my products actually work, that was that moment of, oh, this is awesome. That was the moment, like, oh my gosh, what? That was that moment when you're getting those patches, those thinning areas, and then a couple of weeks pass and your tester sends you their hair is filling up. It's filling, and they're like, Sarah, this is awesome. You got something. And that's the moment we like, you know, that moment when your tester, they're showing you their hair, and for months their ends are just brittle, they're not retaining moisture, their hair strands are just, you can tell the cuticle by looking at it, that it's just, the strands are just lifted, and it's like you can see the damage, and you can see where they're having a hard time with not caring for their hair, and they're calling me and really wanting to consult and asking me what to do, help me with my hair care regimen. And then when they follow the hair care regimen and use the product to the T, and then I get another picture a couple of weeks later and their hair has flourished, it's like, oh my goodness. So that's that moment, that moment when you see where you can be a helping hand to someone that is having a problem. That's the thing when you develop a business. That's the thing that I'm learning with developing a business. If your business cannot solve a problem, then what are you doing? What are you exactly investing in? What are you doing? Because to be an entrepreneur, yeah, you want a return. Of course you want a return. Who doesn't like money? Damn it, I want the pie in the sky. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, your heart and your mind has to be in a certain position when you become an entrepreneur. Yeah, you want to focus on the money, of course, that's inevitable. But your heart and your mind, man, at the end of the day, I want to help people. Do you know how many free hair oils and hair masks I've given out just because? Just because I want somebody to say, man, look, this worked for me, man. This helped me. You know what I mean? And I've had customers, returning customers that buy and pay too. But I still give out free, because I'm like, look, you bought this, you didn't buy this, but here, try it. I want you to sample it anyway. You tell me how you like it. Tell me what you think. you know I have a customer right now from New York. She bought and she's been trying to grow this thinning area in the back of her head for 6 years, Jerry. six
Mm.
years using she went to a dermatologist, because I did a consultation with her, and I'm like, have you gone to a dermatologist? Yes, I have a topical cream, I have this that I use. And all she bought was the trial bottle of the hair growth oil, and she's been using it for 3 weeks. And she recently sent me a picture, and her scalp and her hair looks totally different from just using the hair oil. and and I see where it's filling in, and she's like, it's doing great, I love it. And I'm like,
And you
you know,
said for 6 years nothing was happening?
nothing. And she's only been using my oil for 3 weeks, and the area is, you can see where it has filled in, and her hair is, the color of her hair is better, the scalp looks healthy, like it just looks great. And I'm like, girl, go girl.
Yeah,
you know
you need to make sure she do a video of that.
I know, but I
No
have
video.
her pick and everything. Like, my business mentor tries to calm me down and try to, you know, uh, piece by piece my advertising. So, it's, you guys are gonna, catch it soon or whatever. But if you don't have your audience, and you don't have a specific problem that you're trying to solve for the world when you launch, then what are you doing? What exactly are you doing? Because the world is going to find out you only in this for money eventually.
Right.
Okay to be in it for money, like I said, but what is the problem you're solving?
So you might become a motivational speaker as well. My God, like yeah, wow.
Jared, your screen is black.
Oh, it's
No, now it's not black anymore.
okay. Yo, that was some, man. You talk more about business points than you the actual haircut. I'm learning stuff from you right now. That's what's
Oh,
up. Your business mentor is. I see her shining in you. My God.
look, I'm trying to stay humble through it all. Seriously, this is coming from humble heart, for real.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So tell the people where they can buy your products. I forgot my last question. I got one more question. Since we are people of color, have you had any issues ever, maybe in business, personal, because you're a person of color? Have you had any issues? Take your time.
I had an issue. But it's not, I don't even think it's that serious to even really talk about or what. But I had one small, very minute issue years ago. To say I've graduated from Tarleton State University, predominantly white university, Loyola University, predominantly white. I haven't experienced much, of outright racism or outright deliberately, knocking me down for the color of my skin. But I'm not oblivious to what is behind my back. You see what I'm saying? I do get a lot of stares. I will say that, from from the opposite race or whatnot. I do get a lot of stares, and I think it's because of my hair and my earrings and the way I present myself. But and I know that I don't know where the stares come from. I really don't know. And I honestly don't even allow it to affect me. But I don't shy away from who I am and what I look like, because it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's who I am. I'm a Black woman, and I love it. And I love the skin I'm in. And I want women to love their crowns. Your hair is your crown. Love the skin you in. Love who you are. Love it, because Black women, period, has always been the lore of the totem pole. Black women. You understand what I'm saying? Black women. Not only a history of bondage, but Black women, period. Because of the color of our skin, we can't get a job. Because of the color of our skin and the way we wear our hair, we've been blocked from certain opportunities. You know what I mean? And that's why education is power. Self-image is power. And loving yourself is power, because you get to dominate those things in the end. You dominate those things. So when it comes to racism and experiencing the situation of somebody not liking you or treating you bad because of the color of your skin, you keep your head up. You and what our ancestors went through. Rosa Parks back in the 1950s, 1940s, we getting spat on. and all of that stuff. That type of stuff give us motivation today to love who we are, because we gotta love who we are, because what our Black women went through, we can't let that happen. We can't let that be in vain. So now we gotta, stand up and embrace yourself, embrace your Black beauty, whether you're experiencing racism or not. Just because our ancestors went through it, don't think it's not happening today. And that's what keeps me grounded, and that's what keeps me not being ambiguous to what's still out there. You see what I'm saying?
That's what's up. That's what's up. I wish I could put the fire emojis in the comments, but we recording this and we ain't live. That's what's up. That is a great answer. I appreciate that. My God. My goodness. That's what's up.
And I'm trying not to be all over the place, Jared. I'm trying to stay in the zone of
you answered the question to the T. That's what's up. I love the response. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So please tell the people where they can buy your products, where they can follow you at on all your social media outlets.
Okay. Well, guys, ladies, I mean, if you are having a hard time with dandruff, mild to moderate cases of psoriasis, you having a hard time with maintaining moisture, maintaining a hair care regimen. First, I want to give you my email address is luxessential7@gmail.com. Feel free to email me. I will give you a hair care regimen weekly that will help you to flourish your hair and give you the motivation to enjoy caring for your hair. So feel free to email me if you have any questions. Where you can purchase my product, https and the colon / luxessential7.com. Review the frequently asked questions, review the testimonials, and take a look and get knowledgeable of our hydrating products, and see if it fits your hair type, see if it's able to treat your scalp and give you the nourishment that your scalp needs. I say that our Lux Essential Hair Mask, our booster honey hair mask, and our original honey hair mask are the thirst quenchers of hair care products. They provide the hydration your scalp and hair strands need. Our hair mask helps with softness, easy detangling, cleansing of the hair follicles to promote that hair growth. Our therapeutic Lux Essential Hair Growth and Scalp Treatment Oil. I say our oil is the scalp therapy of hair care products. Our oil has some awesome hair growth ingredients in there. Biotin is in there. We have rosemary essential oil, frankincense, thyme essential oil. We have carrier oils in there that helps to penetrate your hair shafts. We have ingredients in there, herbal hair mix. Our hair powders are in there to help with conditioning your hair strands. And our essential oils helps to stimulate that scalp, bring back that blood flow to that scalp, to those thinning areas. Healthy scalp, healthy hair. Healthy scalp, healthy hair. So, investing in the bundle kit, you get all in one. So, https:// luxessential7.com is where you can purchase our awesome therapeutic products for your hair.
Thank you for coming on the show. You did a great job. You were so nervous about coming on the podcast and everything, and I told you was gonna knock it out the park. You did better than I expected.
Oh,
yeah, you did great.
I appreciate you, Jared. When you welcomed me on your show, I felt honored. I was like, wow. I was, oh my God, Jared is asking me to be on the show. So I said, that's why I said, oh, Jared want me on the show. He was like, oh man, that's what's up, So
right.
no, Jared, thank you so much for having me. Oh my gosh, for taking the time to talk to me and, spending this moment with me. Thank you so much. I really hope, even if, no one's interested in a product, I still hope that, I was able to reach out to somebody and, give somebody some type of, motivation, to care for their beautiful hair, or motivation to start their hair care brand. I mean, whatever I could have offered in this podcast, I hope I offered it.
Yes, you did. You did a lot. You gave a lot of information. You give business tips. Being proud of your heritage. You did great. I'm glad you came on the show. I hope everybody learned a lot. Make sure you support her. Get some of the hair care products.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you again for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. All right, y'all. Remember, make sure you like, share, follow us on all our social media platforms. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. This will be coming out on all your audio podcasts, especially Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Pocket Podcasts as well. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you for listening. Any last words you want to tell the people, Sarah?
Man, keep God first. Stay humble. If you don't keep God first and you're not humble and you're afraid, that's what my chemist told me one day. She said if you're afraid, then entrepreneurship is not for you. She said, and she said fear and becoming an entrepreneur, that doesn't mix. She said, so you need to fix that, and she said you need to fix it immediately. So fear and entrepreneurship don't mix. And putting God first and walking into entrepreneurship with a humble heart is what's gonna keep you through. So that's
Exactly. A lot of entrepreneurs say you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you want to succeed. All right. I know. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Remember, follow, share, like us. Make sure you follow Sarah as well. We out. Appreciate your time.